seen so many dream things in one place. What's drawing them here?
Dark and shadows, see!
I think worth and rot!
Who's next? Anyone?
The branch breaks.
Worth
and rot! Worth and rot!
Never had a chance. Come on! Come on!
Worth and rot!
Inside, though too overgrown for us to pass.
Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
I've dreamt of exploring Nagukubel for years, to find out what happened to the godless who built this and why they vanished. Oh, but there's so much left to see.
We found something like this in Nakutedak. What's the...
These are magfolk. They're often found in many godless ruins, but they are definitely not godless. No one knows where the magfolk came from. Only that they seem to be in constant conflict with the godless. Godless ruins are filled with magfolk remains, but no records of them exist in Akiden lore. I don't think the godless did well against the magfolk.
They seem to be killing machines. But who made them? And to what end?
Fierce. Blood like a fountain. No quarter.
Nothing spared.
Wait, did the voice in your head just talk? Perhaps more. It's impossible to know the true count. Anything of historic importance is often blood-soaked. Are you ready? We're entering one of their holiest places. Okay. Got my wand, got my... Worthan Roth.
We remember. They loved and we loved in return. We remember. They loved and we loved in return.
Gallowayne's gonads. We're at... actually in Nakukubel. Someone beat me.
Treacherous weed! See you! Yahtzee, well done.
That's done. Oh, look at that artwork. What else might be here?
The heart of the Akita beats. Our veins stir. You are close. Seek the ancient kith who dwell here. They will show you the way.
The brambles? How did you... Oh, someone's here now. No one's ever in the ruins.
An intruder comes.
That's a ghost. That's...
You don't belong here. What business do you have in this? The gardener grows and grows and grows their reach.
the gardener. That must be how the ancient Akidans referred to their god. To stop it all.
I am Numena, Tebaro Sanakis, and guardian of the Akita and the living lands. They came swarming, Relentless, these juggernauts. So many they stole the heat from the stars. They brought death to our temples. They brought doom to our kin. And the sky held no sun as our children screamed.
Oh, I know this. You speak of the Magfolk.
Yes, Story Seeker. Their corpses. We would have offered them everything, just to save some, the Deathbringers. Our words were burned. Our buildings were broken.
That's why there are no records.
We fought so hard, but we fell too.
Drought. A sepulchre of endless night. Bones beneath roots. The memory. It scorched the light. It blinded us.
The gardener quickens. The gardener was afraid, yes. They were terrified. That was all they saw. Death hungers and cannot be sated. So our gardener calls then, begging.
We wait. They know. They understand.
When the gardener calls, there is no turning away. But you will prove, survive these trials. And first is a trial of strength. Demonstrate your might against our ancient dead, and earn the right to face. We wish you the path. Go.
We just spoke to an ancient Akedan.
Watch your right!
Worth and rock!
Dodge this!
Worth and rock! Behind Worth and rock! Worth and rock! Seek!
Well, that was certainly a nightmare.
That ghost called you a Tebaru Sanakis. That must be what the Akita called their godlikes. This mural looks idyllic, doesn't it? Sapadal is helping the Akitans grow and flourish. They seem happy.
This will hurt!
Ihaise!
Check your light! Defensive up! Enemy to the right!
The envoy needs healing.
Ihaise!
That'll show him.
I'll have to do a more thorough reading later, but it looks like notes from the architect. It seems Naku Bell was divinely inspired, so it's Sappadal's fault you got lost earlier. Nice of them to give us a little break.
They're gathering their strength. I should do the same. Quiet as a soul.
The walls now.
Worse than rock! Worse than rock!
Get it together, Lonzo!
Worse than rock!
I'll fix this.
For your sake!
Dodge this!
That's the last. So much for the first trial. On to the second. Look! Now we've got another.
Another stranger. You have the gardener's markings, but you are not one of us. Why have you come here? Tell. You wish to find our gardener? I know. Our gardener knew what the Magfolk would do, and they broke the world to keep themselves safe. The waters boiled. The land opened. The rivers rolled.
We broke the pain. We died with them. Your wings didn't open. Where could we go? We cannot leave. We cannot. We writhe. Why must we feel this again?
There were so few of us left when the Magfolk were at our doors. How could you know of this? Yes, their ways are strange and volatile, and you will need to show wisdom to navigate them. Their ways are not the ways of people. You want a path to the garden? We will know the breadth of your wisdom.
Whatever gets us answers must be worth it, right?
I wonder if there's a clever trick.
We are nearly free now.
Oh, just find the right rhythm and we'll be doing a flash. Oof! These ghosts aren't very helpful, are they?
The dead should not keep secrets. Unless they resent the living.
Perhaps they're just unused to visitors. Surely they'll warm up to us eventually. Flame traps are the worst. I've lost so many blouses to them.
Gather round!
Well, this just seems unfair. Let's slow down a bit. Let's make things easier.
Just a little spark. Power goes a long way.
Let's slow down a bit. That should make things easier. The Echidans are being less welcoming than I'd hoped.
What did you expect? They're dead.
They must be trying to protect their gardener. Still, this feels hostile.
Don't worry. We're getting answers. With or without their help.
Looks like a list of building materials. Probably for Naku Kubel itself.
But you are an outlaw. Somehow, we now see what you represent. We know the truth. You know of this. Imana's brethren were mistaken. But we would know what's best for our gardener. We understand what they are. No more words. All that...
The living should not heed the...
Of course these trials require a leap of faith.
You bear our gardener's mark.
The gardener has grown roots into the Outlander.
What do you truly seek with our God?
The phantasmal focus is growing warm. It's never a good sign.
Somehow you bested our trials. Like vermin, you persist.
Like vermin, you endured. You kept your head.
You live where worthier souls have fallen, but your journey ends here.
Soil hardened. Hesitation. Why do we smell fear? They are here to be found. Why?
This is where you die, Outlander. We cannot risk you provoking the Gardener and cause...
Be that as it may, we still won't risk and...
We will not have the gardener break this land again.
Accusations like water. What do they hide from us?
Now,
So?
If you are as noble a creature as you claim...
Ahek worth and rot!
Someone think to me, Lance.
Seek! Worth and rot! Behind it!
Done it better.
Best medium! Worth and rot!
Quick!
Worth and wrath! Ihaise!
Your boy needs healing.
Gather round!
Krolak 10! Worth and wrath! Seek!
Anyone else want to die a second time?
Oh, and it looks like we got a prize on the table over there. Let's take a look, shall we?
Well done.
I've never seen an Akitan device like this. These mechanisms, they mark the locations of important sites. It's a map.
Ever closer, we must.
A map? I can't believe it survived all these years.
Good. Serves her right.
So close. We reach. Find us in the Adra.
Your gods said hello, didn't they? Go on then, deal with them. I need to... God wants a chat.
Come, we yearn for answers. You are here. You heard us in the roots. You seek the garden. You know the way. But the Jabari Sinakis, they turn from you. You have shown us only kindness and patience. Surely they would welcome you as kin, grafted from the same root. As painful as a wound reopened, we were theirs and they were ours, and in return, we promised to protect them, and we were true. Always, we protected them. We did not choose this. We did not want this. The earth shook. We don't... Do not question us. Blaze slips between the bones like a blade. We lived in harmony. We were at peace. Then they came with metal bodies and murderous intent. We tried to stop them. We did not want them to die. We loved them so much. We did not cause pain. The spirits lie. We love them most. They twist our words. We will show you. Let us offer you another gift. A seedling of power. We will show you. Wait. An intruder. The wire. A razor in our throat. Stop her! We writhe. We bleed. She brings the purging fire at her back. She comes out. Send her out!
Wake up! Wake up! What happened? Are you all right?
While you were unconscious, the Adra pillar was not. A great deal of...
You can't hear all the dream thralls trying to get in now. What happened with Stop It All? Once we get past all these dream thralls, I'll be excited to see what scares a god. They're flooding the area, so I think it's a great time to leave. Now! The map points us to Galawain's tusks. We'll find the way to the garden there. We just have to find a godless tower on the southern coast and...
We should talk to Marius. He knows. Until then...
Protect the envoy.
We should go. The dream's gonna get us.
Nicely done.
Whack 10! It's worth and rough! Seek! worth and rot! Worth and rot! Worth and rot! Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
Watch your life!
Worry in the brush!
Worth and rot! Worth and rot! Be your sick!
Wait! See!
Worth and rot! Crack 10! Worth and rot!
Ready to go? Now!
Behind it! Be your sick!
Gather round.
Be your sick!
Well, that was entertaining.
Worth and rot! Worth and rot!
spreads.
You're a child playing at being a hero.
Envoy, I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory.
If we want to use the godless term for a godlike of Sapadon, the envoys are Tebaru Sanakis. It's actually a fascinating tradition, going back to...
Heresy and lies. I bring you the truth. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison we burned out of Fior Messiverno.
The only thing you burned was hope, and I am determined to get it back, even if I must take it from you.
Charming. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sapador. There are 2 plagues in the Living Lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Hubris. She assumes a great deal about a force she barely understands.
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the Living Lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me. Yes, honestly, it's quite simple. I can sever the connection between the Adra in the ruins and the rest of the Living Lands. It will isolate the dream-scourged essence and halt the creation of new dream thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins. I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Adra will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A few deaths? What about Quilici? And the other Furians? And Quilici?
Gods, you're right.
Gentle sleep. One moment day, the next a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
I'm so very glad you recall. Yes, exactly. Very concisely put. A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios. There is no control over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
I once thought of pursuing such an idea, but only after careful study. What she suggests is anything but careful.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
At least I'm not the only rational voice in this debate. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the dream thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwine's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more. If only the Inquisitor was as astute as you. Regardless, you're correct. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, and the infected will take more lives...
She has no idea what the Envoy. I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would... Zapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice. Hardly surprising. Zapadal brought you back from the dead, which means they have power over you. A blade held to your throat. You owe Zapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
What an amateur. She accuses Zapadal of what she intends to inflict on you. Don't fall for it.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good?
You're giving the Steel Garrote everything they want. And what do we get in return? Nothing.
I will honor your decision, even if I think you're a disappointment.
Your patron deity might object, but the living will thank us for it.
Burn! Destroy!
Soldiers of the Steel Garrote, you heard her. Congratulations, Envoy. It takes an ironclad will. The same could be said of Sapadal. With you being destroying the ruins brought us valuable time, but the threat of the Dream Scourge remains. Be on your guard. You and I are willing to do what it takes to restore order in the Living Lands. Heelgard lacks the spine to do what's right, but we won't let that stop us, will we? For now, this is where we part ways. The Steel Garrote and I follow a different path. No doubt it will cross yours eventually. As do I. We'll see who finds it. Good hunting.
Bring it down.
The Dream Thralls are no match for our might. These ruins were hit.
You have destroyed a place of great power. A part of your heritage, no less. Now that I know a new god was the reason for those anomalies in Naku Kobel. Another god. There are so many. If a new one is more but that is for you to rest. However, you have shown a great deal of talent, Yatsley. I could use your assistance. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take the rest of the circle. Do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power.
Well, obviously, But I have to think about it. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic...
In a different life, I might have asked you to come with us, Envoy. And don't worry, my work will still be here when you're done with your godlike's quest. Whatever you decide, it will be some month. Be clever, godlike.
Let the Steel Garrote show you how to stand.
I'm sorry. But before any... Of course, I understand the impulse of wanting to save them.
You understand the impulse?
But think of all that we lost. Again, I understand the impulse, Envoy. But you must think of future...
Did you really just say think of the children to justify killing? I've heard enough. Even Ludwig wouldn't go that far.
Ludwig is a fool. Her brain has rotted. We have no reason to believe that the Dream Scourge has... It certainly hasn't stopped Dream Scourge from appearing everywhere else in the Living Land.
Then maybe we turn a few more of these ruins into heaps of rubble. Like, maybe stop talking while you're...
Years of lost history found. Just in time to be erased by two Adiran fools. I suppose I thought you were smarter than this. Greenbrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than the dead woman burning down homes.
I hate to say it, Yatsley, but we're not changing anyone's mind today. Let's talk later.
Fine, fine. Envoy, you destroyed something that was... Nothing infuriates me more than to do what Ludwig wants, but those ruins were literally priceless. They had real... But... usually... Of course.
Give the Envoy more credit than that. She did what had to be done.
All right, this is my life. It's all right. Perhaps you'll pick a better specialty next time. Most historians have only hoped to speak with past lives through animancy. I'll blow them all away with my next paper. But to go through the trials ourselves? I'm glad you got answers, sweetheart. Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
Can we talk a moment? The ruins of Naku Kubel predate civilization, but the Steel Garrote care nothing for the past. I'm not saying it was an easy decision. The fact remains that we played into our enemy's hand. We delayed the inevitable. Better than nothing, I suppose. Though not by much. Is it that obvious? Maybe there's no right answer to any of this. Maybe all we can do is keep going, leaving chaos in our wake. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves. I suppose you're right. To be sure, it's just... When you agreed to destroy the ruins, Ludwig was surprised. As though she didn't believe you. Ludwig clearly respects you. But I don't believe she... Anyway, that just had me thinking. Get some rest. Thanks for talking.
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in... Right. I think the sea of acid surrounding it had something to do with it. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all... Either way, was a... And that's all that matters. Anyway. Thanks for talking. Listen. I mean, weren't you... It's not that I didn't enjoy tromping around, but I really do hope this was the last time. Anyway. Pleasant dreams. Let's not do that again. I know. And if I must. Never thought I'd be going back to Galawain's tusk.
How could beloved that you are, and we blessed the Tabaru Sinakis and they pray. Blood on roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We never wanted this. So many. The moon waxes from darkness, yet still the branches swipe. They should have shared our love. But you are here, a green shoot after the fire. The blossom of trust. Sleep now. Dream of...
We should be careful. I doubt this is the same thirdborn we left.
I feel a little woozy. No, it can't be the Dream Scourge, can it?
The ruins. What? It comes. It sings. It dreams. You and your Inquisitor destroyed hundreds of years of history and time, and silver lights flashing bright. Ruins break into bones. They do. They make a necklace, a collar.
Oh no.
Sing black, sing silver.
A butterfly emerges.
I've got the freshest fish.
Who needs fabric?